What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Ark Survival Evolved. Now today, we are doing a little bit of stuff. We have a new penguin, which you just put in. We have over a bunch of oil and stuff we got from the rocks over here. Inventory? Why is things not working? But now we have a penguin that we can carry with us back. All in fact that we have oil, so we can now work on the Fabricator should we get crystal in the near future. And with the penguin, we kind of helps us with our cold times and our warm times. It provides insulation to some degree, which we'll keep around our house to just, have around kind of like a pet. Now the only thing we have to worry about is getting him back. Our stamina still is limited. Is that a giga? That is a giga. What level giga is that? Level 36. How interesting. The goal is to bring this guy back. He's level 95, if I saw that correctly. One thing about the crackaroo is that it has insulation. Also provides organic polymer, which is used for the the fabricator to make things like guns and things. We also got to level up, so we also now are able to make the refrigerator. Should we make the fabricator and make all that? One thing that I want to do for this episode, I think, is finish up the house in either stone or wood, just to make it easier for us. Hopefully we don't have too much of an issue with getting the resources we require to finish the house up. We'll probably end up using stone because we have a plentiful of it, and it only requires a little bit of wood compared to what we require with the wooden structures. Now one of the big issues with this dinosaur is that we still do not have the stamina that we need for long distance flight, so we have to stop every once in a while. Luckily for us, the cold is not actually all that cold due to the fact that the volcano is a naturally warm map. Actually, it's an extremely hot map, so that's the cold pretty much be ignored. So I do want to take a look at the stats of the penguin while we just sit around looking up. We can pick him up at any point in time. We can also give him a headpiece, so we can give him like a metal hat or a chitin hat or something. But overall, our goal is to get back to our our base, without too many issues. Now it's Monday, which is when I'm posting this, along with the whatnot. I don't remember what I'm trying to say for this, but I think we're gonna go for this beacon, mostly due to the fact that there's nothing around us, so we can easily get it. While we let our guy get back in the stamina he requires. Here's a good space for crystal and metal, which we'll probably get when we have a what's it called? A saddle for our Argentavis. Although the Argentavis saddle still is a bit away, so if I remember the engrams correctly, it's Argentavis is level 62, and we're currently level 60. Well, currently level 60. So we gotta bring this guy back over and across. Hopefully it doesn't require too much effort to ferry him back home. I did kind of wait a night here over in the redwood forest due to the fact that it was too cold at night to actually do much with him. Or do much at all, actually. Just because the cold was too much when it's cold, or when it's nighttime. But yeah, we're just gonna slowly ferry this guy back for part of the episode and do that. So actually, I don't want to keep you guys here while I do the ferrying thing, so I'll come back in when you guys are ready to come back in. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. And we're back. We've brought the penguin back home safe and sound. He is in range of the feeding trough. So now I have to figure out what we're going to do for the rest of the episode. We can obviously focus on either making the house finished up by adding more walls to it. It'll be probably stone rather than wood due to the fact that it requires a bit less resources that are not available to us. In terms of wood, we are low, and in terms of all the other things except stone, we're pretty low as well. So we can definitely go for some wood to get the walls itself finished off and whatnot. we're going to need a lot of thatch as well, so we're going to do that for most of this time to try to finish up the house, get it all nice and going. Probably have a third layer for the birds to stand on for a while. Not too sure how I'm going to do for that. And then we're going to also take a look at, I don't know, getting crystal for the fabricator, which is required for us to continue on forward. Now, if you guys saw last episode, we did some finishing touches on the barricades on the 2 points of entry. We haven't completely finished that, to be honest. We still need to get a medium-sized barricade on the other wall, but over here it seems to be doing its job of blocking off creatures that we don't really want inside here. So I think we got enough thatch by itself. We can grab more wood, and we should have almost enough to call it pretty much done for resource collection. Not quite enough. We're going to need a lot more wood, I think, to be honest. Thatch doesn't take too much to make stone walls. Wood it does. We're going to have to focus on this type of stuff when we're doing things like this in the future. We're also going to want to make a pen at some point to house our dinos that are a bit more rowdy. I think we'll probably keep that on the 2nd level, like around here, maybe. That way we don't have to worry about certain dinosaurs collecting attention from the captured participant, while allowing us to have some sort of a place to store the dinosaurs that we can't keep in nearby areas safely. We'll kind of have them there. But yeah, if you guys want to see more Ark Survival, remember to leave a like down below, and comment and subscribe if you're new. Comments definitely could do anything from what you guys want to see in the future for Ark, or other video games, or anything like that, really, to be honest. So let's see. We can grab all this out of here, and we can grab the stone. And for crafting structures, stone, we're gonna make 22 walls, because that should be more than enough, I believe, to replace what we have, or what we require upstairs. As the main value component for this is going to be definitely stone. So what does it take? It takes 20 wood and 15 thatch, compared to wood, which requires 40 and 5 thatch. Stone is definitely what we should be using for now on, as we just have more of that over the other. Our metal also has pretty much finished cooking. Should have done that, but okay, whatever. Drop that over there, pick it up, and put it in there. So for stone, we need this to be 3 walls high is what we planned, so we're going to do that. And it should almost completely get the area done. It might be a bit far away still, but it'll be close to what we need it to do. So we need a good couple more. We can definitely do it. I think we have more stone in here, which is what we need. We have the thatch and the wood. Not too much wood left, but some. Let's see how much you can make with the last little bit. Structures, stone, 5. Not enough, I don't think. We're going to craft 1 doorway just to have a stone doorway downstairs that I prefer to have more. And we've basically run out of wood again. And thatch, to be honest. Thatch is pretty much down. So let's see. 7 is going to be this doorway right here. Cool. And then 2, 3, 4, 5. So we just need 2 more walls, to be honest, and then we can get started on the ceilings. Once again, I've fallen for the trap of this, as I casually usually do, so fly to get out of here, because that's always a great thing about this game. Can't crawl underneath it. I need to do walk, not fly. Okay, there we go. So let's see, our penguin, pretty solid. I keep boosting health because penguins don't do any damage or anything, so I don't expect it to do much for really anything, to be honest. Our Venonat is doing fine as well. Health is definitely going to be a priority for that guy. This guy, we have to figure out. I think I'm gonna do one with speed, one with damage, and one with both. So this guy's already got a good amount of speed compared to the other two because he's higher level. Definitely gonna boost his damage. Needs to be like 200 damage is pretty solid, and like 200% move speed is also really, really solid. In my opinion, if you guys haven't seen what 200 speed looks like, it's pretty fast. Excuse me, just had breakfast, so it's like feeling it a bit in a way, I guess, if you guys know what I mean. But yeah, we're gonna continue deforesting this side now, where we can get some of the stuff done. I'm surprised that trees aren't regrown on the other side where I just was actually, because the resource return rate should be pretty high, or the respawn rate should be a bit faster than usual. I could be wrong though. I don't know how it works. The resources exactly. Crouch to get our stamina back quicker. And we're good. Go for this tree. Gotta get that thatch. So how much we got of each thing? We got a pretty solid amount. We're gonna do a little bit more. But we should have enough for the walls and maybe a couple ceilings. We are going to need another stairway or two, as they won't exactly do for the total whatever. They picked up a bit too much actually, so we can drop the 17 wood here. And it's not going to actually change that much, so we're just going to keep it. We don't want to drop any wood or anything because it's kind of a valuable resource for us at the moment. Even though we have plenty of trees around us, it's just getting to it is a bit of a difficulty. One thing we need to probably do today is do some more taming. I don't know if taming a penguin is enough to actually balance a decent episode of building and taming, but we might go for another Pokemon. Along the way back, I did see that there were some Pokemon that they added in recently. Butterfree, Drowsy. I think I saw Mr. Mime, although its shoulders and things, the little like pads that it has, that whole they shine bright blue, which is kind of like what? Okay, sure. It was weird. It was like an unnatural phosphorus color in a way, I guess. But anyway, here we come to finish off the upper layering of the house. I think the stairwell does up one story. No, 2 stories, right? It does 2. It goes 2 up, and then it has the thing that goes to connects it. So we need to. If we do 4, it'll work out well with the stairwell. If we don't do 4, then we're gonna have to do like a ramp system or something, or maybe ladders. I don't know about laddering. To be honest, it's kind of a pain for grabbing and stuff. We'll take a look in a minute, see how it goes. Might end up adding a layer just to have it before 4 high, which will help us out a good amount, I believe. One thing we definitely probably will run out of is stone, so we're going to have to also collect some more stone on our Dodicarus, who is quite good at collecting the nearby stones in this area with what we have. So let's take a look at what we can make. We only need 2 walls, but I think we're going to jump up to the higher level and get 16 walls, which you could probably guess enough, to be honest. What did I do? There we go. Okay, so now, let's see. We could do a point in move speed to boost that up. And we're at level 61 now, so we should have a new small set. Air conditioner. That's going to be very useful for when you start getting the... What is it called? I'm trying to remember the name of it. What am I trying to remember here? What did I just say? The health would help. Something would help us. The air conditioning for the wyverns. Wyverns, that's what it is. I was completely blanking out there. I don't know why. But hopefully in the near future we'll be doing some wyverns. I want to have more flying dinosaurs before I start getting into that, to be honest. as flying dancers are kind of important for getting us where we need to go, and wyverns are not exactly playtime friends and whatnot. So I did make sure that this was a female, so that way I get some eggs for them. I don't know how useful their eggs are due to the fact that last I checked, the eggs were only slightly useful. We actually need more thatch, which I didn't recognize that we'd run out of. Luckily there's some trees right near us. Actually, we could probably fly over to them with our pterodon. We can boost his weight, so that way he's not having too much of an issue. Do a little level up thing that it do. And here we are. Grab some thatch, grab some wood. Not too much since our guy can't carry all that much, but we just need to have a good amount for the building that we need. I'd say 300 is about what we need in total. I think we should be good now. Eventually we're going to have to get Quetzal to bring the Ankley up here so we can grab all that metal that's sitting around waiting for us. While we're up here, we're going to also call up our Argentavis. Because we don't need them to be there while we're doing the ceilings. So let's get this building finished. But we need some more walls. How many do we need? I don't even remember how much we need. You can actually probably look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We need 6 walls. And we can only make 5. Interesting. What do we run out of? I think it's stone. It's definitely stone. So we just need a little bit more stone and we're good to go. I can drop off the wood in here. And the thatch. Plenty of wood and thatch for now to get what we need done. We're going to get on our Dodicris and we're going to roll on out to collect the stone. Once again, guys, I know I say this quite a lot for much videos, but remember to leave a like down below if you enjoyed the commentary, or you want to see the same stuff, or you want to see different stuff. You know, there's different stuff within the game, maybe a different game. Comments, that's what they're for. Our rock collector is doing pretty solid work in terms of getting what we need. I think we should have all of the walls finished by now, in terms of having the resources required. Continue rolling out just a little bit longer, just to see what's happening over here. We're going to run out of rocks up here pretty soon, and then we're going to have to shift on down to the lower level. We need to collect a little bit more before our guy gets full of rock. You don't need that metal piece right there, so we're just going to let him do it. Leave it alone for the Ankleo later on. In terms of metal, I think we've pretty much solidly got it down. We are going to need the crystal, of course, which is going to be a big important factor for pretty soon. Where'd the Argentavis go? Oh, he's over here. Cool. Yeah, you can just sit there. Oh, you actually have a lot of spoiled meat, which we can actually put into our narcotic maker at the moment. Drugs, narcotics, 35. We did a bit of collecting earlier on, so we have some spare stuff. Boost his weight. We can't carry 600, so we're gonna carry 500. And fill this guy back up with what we've got. Now, if I'm trying to remember correctly on why we need to finish off the house exactly, but I'm trying to remember. I think it's because we needed a place to put the fabricator and whatnot. Yeah, that's right. So we need one of these. Don't need that. And then we're going to need a bunch of stone ceilings, which we're actually not going to have enough resources for. What are we going to require? It's not telling us. I guess we have to wait for it to finish crafting, or what? No, it's not going to have to finish crafting. I know what we're going to be missing. Back at the wood needs again. Wood's going to cause us the bigger issue. For crafting this, yep, we're not going to have any close ability to finish it off right now. So let's see. Where do we want to put our 4 ceilings in the one thing? So I think we're going to do cornerstones, basically. 7. Gotta be careful on how I do this, because it's going to be a bit messy if we mess up. So far, so good. Okay, and this is going to be the last one. I'm going to evenly put it between those two. So we got kind of a ceiling started up. We're going to need a stone staircase, which requires what? Why is it not showing? Stone. I somehow toggled off the tooltips while I was doing that. So we have the stone, we have the thatch, but we don't have the wood to do it. And I think we're going to require 2 in total. And we're going to have to figure out where we want to put it, but overall it shouldn't be too much of an issue. I think we're just going to grab the wood from over here. This forest is kind of repopulated back a little bit. I don't remember this tree being here, but I'm not going to let it stay around, I guess. Need 200 wood. Gonna kill this guy here. 80 wood there, and we should have more than enough for the 2 stairwells, I think. Yeah, we have more than enough for the stairwells. Now we're gonna grab a bit more wood for more ceilings that we're gonna be able to get later. And let's head on back to the base. Kind of looks a little interesting how it'd be like stone, wood, stone, wood. Or I guess it's just stone, wood. It's not like stone, it's not alternating or anything. For a second I thought the then that was an egg. And I was like, who laid a purplish egg thing? But yeah, interesting. Anklio's doing good. This guy's got a level up, I think. No, not yet. Pretty close. No level ups here. So let's grab what we need. The thatch and wood. Gotta get rid of this charcoal when we get more into the gunpowder stuff. So we're gonna need 1, 2 of those, 4 of those, and 1 of those. Ugh, excuse me. I'm just burping all over the place now. So let's see, where do you want to put the stairwell? It'd be cool to just have it continue in a way, I guess. But how does that look on part 2? Gotta plan this out kind of in a way. If I do it like this, it'll curve up to hit where it is at right now. So we need to actually put this like right. Let's push it back 1. Trying to figure out how this looks. Why? Why do you cause me an issue like this? It doesn't really matter exactly where I put it, I guess, because we're just gonna outline the thing with it. So pop that there, and then we'll have the ceiling go here. How's it obstructed? It shouldn't be obstructed in the slightest. Okay, well, kill that, and we'll try it again in a little bit. We'll bring it back in. 6. Can't do it again. What are we missing? We don't have the wood. Did we take all the wood out with us? Or did... No, we did. Okay, well. Pop that in there. Good little that. We are going to kill one more tree just so that way you can fix what we couldn't have happen for some reason. Just a little bit of stone. Or wood, sorry. Nope, not just wood. Okay, what else do we need? I think we just need stone. What are we missing? Thatch. Of course, thatch. That should be good. So guys, I don't actually know how long it's been exactly. I'm gonna check in just a second, but I think we've had a pretty solid episode of doing things. Go away. I want this. Give another health point. Bop up, bop up. And number 6. We are now connected to this. Is there anything else we really need to do? I mean, we could certainly make more ceilings while we're here. Make another one of these and start having our house look a little bit more professional, I guess, is what I'm looking for. 7. Can't go there, so we're gonna put this there. We're gonna kind of start highlighting our house over with stone in a long-term sense, I guess. 6 goes there. This door does not work with it anymore, so we're gonna just murder it. Okay. So I'm gonna do a quick tab to see how this has been going, because I don't have a 2-screen computer, sadly. But hopefully it's not been so long that it's been a boring half and half. We've got about 25-ish minutes, I'd say, based off of what I'm saying. So we're gonna do a quick little tame. I'm pretty sure that's a good idea. We do need to get a bit of narcotics. Let's do 15 and change it out for some of that. Weapons, ammo, 15. Also, while we're here, let's take a look at what we need for the fabricator. I believe we have everything except for crystal. Crafting fabricator. So we have spark powder, whatever we need to make it. We have the cementing paste. Just need to bring it in to here. Narcotics, spark powder. We have some spare spark powders from earlier. Oh, so tab does that. Okay, no. But inside it does that. So we need 20 of that. We're gonna need some of these things working together, kind of, in a way, I guess. So structures, crafting. So just need more spark powder. You just need to do a bit more. Can I craft 5, which gives us 24. Actually gets us pretty close if I remember correctly. So crafting, structures, crafting. We need another 15 spark powder and 15 crystal. With which actually crystal is the hardest part of it, to be honest. Spark powder can still collect though, so we're gonna do that. Rolling on down the hill to the second layer of stone. Got our guy level up, which is pretty solid. Recollect some stone while we're here. Luckily for us, there's a plethora of stone on this little area over here, so we don't have to worry too much about things like stone reductions or whatever. Loss of stone ability. But yeah, guys, if you've continued to enjoy this episode, remember to leave a like. I'm trying to figure out what we kind of should talk about while we're doing this last little bit of crafting and whatnot, as this crafting is kind of a big part of game. Somehow I keep getting my mouse to pop up in weird places, and it's not supposed to happen that way. I think in the next coming episodes or so, we'll do some sort of like big thing, like maybe go chasing going for a agate from the what are they called? The wyverns. Well, that's gonna be a bit of an effort for us since pterodons are fast, but they don't have the stamina to get very far away. Now you should be ready. So speed. We like to have fast dinosaurs that are able to collect what they need quickly. Certainly helps me out. Weight. Collect 500 for each time, each trip, and drop it on in. Excuse me. Something just crept on in there and made me sneeze. I don't know. That was crazy. But yeah, we've collected stone for building more on top, and I think we don't have enough stuff to actually craft things up there, but we should be able to take this guy up and land him right here. We do need some water, so we're gonna get some water, and then we're gonna take our friendly little actually, I don't even know if he has enough room to be able to carry Crystal with him. So we got our water. I wonder if my sound's weird, but it sounds like a little quiet. No, it was just down. Okay, good. Collect the food that we need, and we're gonna start trying to funnel Crystal on over here. Could take a little bit of couple tries, but it should happen eventually. I know I did say that we were going to tame stuff up, but I'd really like to get this fabricator done and slam it right in the middle where it's supposed to be. Maybe not in the middle, but somewhere near there. Now luckily for me, there's Crystal nearby over here on this little mountainside kind of. I guess mountainside? Not exactly mountainside, but something like that. It's a giant cliff hanger place. Our stamina is still unbearably small in number. Definitely something we need to improve on. Should have been improving on it rather than on melee damage. To be honest. I am starving. I forgot about that, actually. But here we go. Off to get the thing done. There's a Raticate that is just bullying a little one of those things that murdered us earlier. The multi-resource eater. And they're good for collecting resources, but they're just so annoying to have and watch and carry around, in my opinion. Do you guys use those guys, the ones that have multiple required items to eat before they tame, and then they have like certain specialties for like organic polymer, metal, you know, that stuff. The crystal's really heavy, so we can't really carry all that much with us. So 1 for 1, so we can actually carry a little bit more than we need, but we should have everything we need to, yeah, we should have everything we need to get the fabricator now that we're high enough level and got all the stuff. We don't need to craft just another 15. It was 15 or 35, one of the two. 15 or 35 more spark powder, and we should have a fabricator ready to go. And then we'll finish off the game by, or the episode by taming up, or starting to tame some creature, which we aren't too sure what we want to get yet. May just have it started out, and then we'll have it ready next episode. We can obviously use more pterodons, as they'll probably die off as we do more dragon taming stuff. Let's take a look. One thing I'm worried about is the wyverns. Actually, they have reduced damage, making it kind of questionable if they're worth taming. Their stamina is pretty solid in terms of flying, but once they start using their breath attacks and stuff, it kind of just negates all worth in terms of stamina. So the thing to do now is to boost stamina a huge amount versus anything else. I'm not too sure. Certainly be nice to have stamina on this guy in the near future. As they are pretty fast, I will admit that the speed is totally acceptable. It's just that it's requires a lot of landings, which is not as acceptable, in my opinion. But we have what we need. We can just jump on down. A little bit of a painful landing for this character, but oh well. Crystal in there. And we need to craft up a little bit of spark powder with some of the stone that we have. Put that in there, and 16. It's going to give us way more than we need, but we're going to just have it ready to go. As spark powder is pretty useful for things like the usual firearms weapons in this game. Okay, we got 32, which is more than we need. And now I can do crafting, structures, crafting, and now we have one of these. So our metal is looking pretty solid. Not the most amazing thing in the world, but whatever. Luckily, it kind of the metal stuff sorts itself out and whatnot, like it's supposed to in a way, I guess. I don't know what I'm saying. But, yeah. Pop this guy down. Should we have him right here? It takes up a lot of space, and we might want to have like a refrigerator and some other stuff. Definitely put this in here. How does... This is going to drive all of us mad. That's right next to the entranceway, too. Should be fine. Is it lined up? Okay. I think I did pretty solid. I did pretty solid. That was a 10 out of 10, I'd say. Composites? Nah. Electric. Yep. These guys can be definitely useful for us in the near future. That as well will make me want to actually get food. Definitely gonna need this first. Ingots, crystal, cementing paste, and oil. We have all of that. Well, we don't have all of it, but we have most of it. Inventory. Pop out 200 out of there. Pop the stuff out of there. Collect that. Grab the remaining crystal. And let's put it in here. So with this, we're going to be able to craft the cooking thing pretty soon. Cementing paste and crystal. We need another 3 crystal to actually do what we need. So I think we're going to finish off actually not by doing the taming, but finish off by having the grill made. And for that, we're just going to need to have crystal. Which seems to be a big issue for us, so we're just going to have to go do that real quick. Boost his health up again. Yeah. So we're gonna go back on over, grab some crystal, head on back, call it an episode. I think that'd be a pretty solid episode right there with all that we've done. And in how much time? It's been a little while longer. It's been about 30, 40 minutes. No, it's not 40 minutes. It's like 35, 38. But yeah, all we need is crystal and we're good to go. There's the Sylveon. Where'd that Raticate go? Huh. We'll have to recollect all the EVs as they are all together and whatnot in terms of being around. So there actually is the Raticate here. It's torturing this poor little turtle. But I personally don't care about him. Or is it even torturing? I don't think it even does any damage. It can't seem to hit the hitbox. with its little attack. As the Charizard, or the Charmander seems to have issues with as well, hitting the hitbox correctly. Now that I think about it, it's probably a good idea to have some parachutes on the ready when I'm flying around, but I've never really been a parachute collector, in a way, I guess. Or not really a collector, but, you know, a parachute user, holder, person. I understand parachutes, totally worth it, totally should be held on people flying, but then again, my dinosaur can't really hold too much on him, so it's like, yeah. So we have all the crystal we need already, but we're going to collect it as much as we can that our guy can carry. 52, is that going to be more than too much? We can carry just a little bit more. I like to grab as much as I can so that way we don't have to come back here for a little bit. Unless, of course, the dinosaur kicks me off and whatnot. Don't you fly off without me. Drop all that off, and it can still fly pretty decently fast. We'll have our little grill. Where do we want to put it, probably? I had been waiting to do a little bit of an extension, so we could probably do a little extension thing for it in the next episode, and not place it down this episode. But if you guys enjoyed watching, once again for the 16 millionth and a half time that I've said it, remember to leave a like down below if you've enjoyed this episode. Remember to subscribe if you're new. And I just forgot that I run out of stamina easily. This was not expected. A parachute would be nice right now, but we're just gonna let the dinosaur do what it needs to do. Just don't get stuck on the stego. Really? This is why parachutes are important. But luckily, high amounts of health is also important. You really like hurting me, don't you? You're just getting your stamina back. We don't want to have another issue with this. So we're going to fly on back over. Slower than usual, but slowly across. But yeah, guys, that's going to be basically the episode. Thank you guys for watching again. Hopefully you enjoyed this. I gave off my little do this, do that, do that, do this, do that set. And hopefully in the future we continue to have pretty solid episodes like this. Next episode I'll probably make the balcony like I just said a little bit ago. We can also make an entertaining episode depending on what the comments say, as the comments will probably do way better with it. Sylveon is being a Sylveon. I don't even think I got a Sylveon last time. I think they just recently added the Umbreon Sylveon's combo. And I still don't know what the creator of the mod's doing, but it does look like he is throwing in many Pokemon very quickly, which is pretty solid in my opinion. Hopefully he continues to do well at getting this mod updated to have all of them, as there is quite a surplus of Pokemon to be added in. I do see that red beacon, but that's going to be something we could do next time, as this is kind of where we're finishing off the episode. Well, 15 female pterodon. Not what I'm looking for. And next episode we might end up also doing the saddle for the Undertaker and taking him for a spin. I believe it's a him. Should be a him. That's what I remember taming a him. But yeah. Thank you guys for watching, and hopefully we see you guys next time with another episode of Ark. Pop on down. Place it in. And we're gonna actually need gasoline. But we now have everything we need to make the cooking thing, so that's all we're gonna do for today. So thanks again for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys next time with another episode of Ark. See ya.